All right, YouTube, welcome to the next video. Here we go. We are on peak week, finally. We're on peak week day number 2 now. Today's a depletion day. So the first 3 days of peak week, Monday through Wednesday, we're gonna do depletion, completely drawing out the glycogen of all the muscles, trying to get flat, trying to really push out all the water. And I'm gonna take you guys along today, show you everything I eat for that, all the meals. Very low calories. This is probably the lowest calories I've ever eaten since being a child. I'm not sure. This is a 1,700 calories, less than 100 grams of carbs. I think 90 grams of carbs or something. Also pretty low protein and pretty low fat as well, obviously. Protein is not the main concern now because we're not gonna lose muscle over these 3 days. It's really just to push out everything we can and then get into a super compensation. So basically, when we carb back up, that the body's really gonna start storing more glycogen and more intracellular water than before. So skin's gonna get more tight, we're gonna get more full, vascular, and have the perfect stage look. So I'm gonna take you guys along, try to keep this video a little bit more short paced, and I'm gonna go into meal 1 here. So first meal of the day, this is the most calorie dense meal for sure, and also the best meal in terms of overall flavor and satiety. So this one's gonna be enjoyed. So this is 50 grams of oatmeal, 10 grams of psyllium husk for some fiber, a little bit of baking powder, cinnamon, 30 grams of whey protein, chocolate peanut flavor, and then we have 50 grams of almond butter. So you can see a big feeding. This is the first carb feeding of the day. We're gonna have 2 carb feeds, basically this one and one in the afternoon with some cream of rice, and the rest of the meals are just gonna be basically pure protein, and in the evening, another fat source. Okay, so overall strategy for this day, or for these 3 days, for me is starting to eat a little bit later in the day, almost 12 a.m. I woke up at 7, so took a walk. We're also not doing any more cardio, taking off the stress of the body. We're also not doing any more stimulants. So stimulants are out, which is going to drive down stress in the body, obviously drives up hunger as well. I'm less energized throughout the day. I already felt that yesterday, and I'm more hungry. But that's part of it. I slept well, at least, so that's good. Lost about 2 kilos since yesterday. So just 1 day of that depletion, even without a workout, I lost 2 kilos, about 4 pounds. We got to really flush out, really get flat for once to look really good for once. I'm gonna go into this first big meal. So the next meal is going in. I just got back from my depletion workout. I'm a little bit behind in terms of meals, but hey, that's fine. We got meal 2 here, which is just 30 grams of whey protein made into a brownie, some cinnamon and salt. And yeah, that's gonna go in. Kind of a sad meal, to be honest, but we are depleting, so that's what it is. We're ready for the next meal. Meal 3, we have got 40 grams of chicken breast and 100 grams of vegetables in the form of green beans, carrots, and spinach. Look at the sad state of that. So this shouldn't even really be considered a meal, to be honest, but that's what it is. That's a depletion day meal for you right there. So I'm gonna put this down and be back with the next meal. So meal 4 is actually one of the more enjoyable meals because we get to have some carbs finally. So we got 50 grams of the cream of rice together with 30 grams of whey isolate, some cinnamon, salt, and baking powder mixed under, made into a brownie as always, in the microwave and ready to go down. All right, feet on the table, back on the table. Next meal is coming up, so I'm putting together meal 5 and 6. I'm putting them together into one meal, just because they're very small meals anyway, and it's getting kind of late. So I'm just gonna get these meals down now. So we've got 2 meals of each of them 50 grams of chicken breast and 150 grams of vegetables again. Almost basically no calories. I mean, there's just a little bit of protein from the chicken, like 10 or 11 grams, and just a little bit of fiber from the vegetables. So this is, I mean, these meals are basically nothing, but that's how we deplete, because we're not just depleting we're depleting calories in general. In peak week now, we're also cutting down on the protein quite significantly, which is also going to continue through the carb load. So the carb load's also going to be really pretty low calories, The carb load's also going to be pretty low carbs. The carb load's also going to be pretty low protein, and medium fat. So also right now we're still pretty reasonable with fats, as we have that 100 grams of almond butter per day. Let's get this down. All right, guys, meal 7, last meal of the day going in. I'm about to go to bed as well, so munch this down really quickly. This is 30 grams of whey protein isolate, 50 grams of almond butter. So this is an absolute banger of a meal, and should definitely help put me to sleep through all the fats that are in here. Let's do it. So I'm gonna enjoy that, get my ass to bed, get ready for the last depletion day tomorrow, and I'm gonna put up the final macros on the screen right now. See y'all for the next video, which is probably gonna be carb up, so be excited for that.